Hello and welcome to the University of Bristol's Faculty of Arts channel. Today we're here with final year English PhD researcher Billie Gavurin to discuss her work on multiple projects related to the Gothic. Hi Billie, thank you for joining me today. Could you please start by explaining how you became involved in this project?
Yeah, sure. So Dr Joan Passey put out a sort of call saying she was interested in finding someone to work with on these various projects sort of pertaining or in various ways to the Gothic, and I immediately thought that was something I was very interested in doing. So I spoke to her about it, and she ended up asking if I'd be happy to work as her sort of research assistant for this month, which I was very excited to accept. Yeah.
That's so exciting. So with the project, could you explain what the primary outputs are? Because I understand that there are kind of multiple ones to the project.
Yes, there have been. So the main thing we've been focusing on, and the thing that I'm sort of really excited about, is that we've revived Bristol University's Gothic reading group, which sort of appropriately enough for the Gothic had been dead and languishing for a couple of years. So we've kind of we've worked to get that back together and sort of publicise a launch event, which is actually happening this evening, 28th of July. And then hopefully to keep that going in the coming months and even years, to sort of keep it going again. So my role in that has been, I got to do some illustrations actually, which is really fun, for the sort of publicity posters, but also contact potential speakers, get a first event set up, think about what we could do for future. We've had some we've had a really wide range of interest shown already from people, which has been really heartening. And we've got some really exciting sort of plans for possible future events lined up already. So that's been really rewarding. Other than that, I've been helping Joan and some other researchers put together a book proposal for an edited collection of essays on Shirley Jackson's short fiction, which has been really exciting to work on, and great experience for me as a final year researcher who, will at some point soon be thinking about trying to get a book of my own published. That's been a fantastic experience. And I've also been helping to edit a really interesting special journal edition on the subterranean Gothic. So all of those sort of wide range of projects, all of which have been really, really interesting.
That's how you sound like you've been very busy the past month. And so why do you think that this project is so important to undertake now, or why do you think that it's occurred now?
So I think the Gothic is very kind of broadly useful and interesting because it touches on so many different areas. So we're quite interested, the reading group, we're quite interested in sort of eco-Gothic. I think that's something that we're thinking about quite a lot at the moment, which is obviously really relevant and interesting. But I also think the Gothic can touch on issues of gender and sexuality, race, class. I think because it's such a kind of broad ranging topic, it can be applicable to lots of different things, and I feel like it's always the moment to talk about the Gothic. But I think certainly a lot of the sort of issues that we're facing at the moment are really interesting to look at through that particular lens. And I think, the sort of enthusiasm that we've seen from people suggests that this is a great time to be working on this stuff.
And the reading group, what kind of format is that taking? Are you reading works in progress? Are you reading new articles that have come out?
So I think it will really vary. I think it's just going to be some weeks will maybe even set an existing bit of literature, as in fiction or poetry, and maybe read that together and discuss it. And other weeks someone will present work in progress, or for instance, the event that we're starting off with tonight is going to be 3 previous Bristol alumni, which is Joan Passey, Henry Bartholomew and Jen Baker, who are each going to be introducing and giving a little dramatic reading from their new edited collections of short stories with the British Library Press.
That's really interesting. That sounds so exciting. Good luck for tonight.
Thank you very much. Yeah. So yeah, I think hopefully it should be good. We've had a really good expression of interest from people.
So moving on, so what do you hope that the project will bring for the future? What are the future plans from this month-long experience that you've had?
So obviously, hopefully we'll have this book proposal will hopefully eventually turn into a book, and definitely the Subterranean Gothic journal edition will be coming out in not too long, and those will be, you know, things that I've been involved with, which is really exciting to think about. But I think sort of hopefully the chief legacy of this particular internship will be the revival of the Gothic reading group, and I really hope that that's something that I will stay involved with personally. I'm certainly very keen to do that, but also just that it's something that will go on, you know, over the coming months and years, and continue to be attended. You know, I think it was founded several years ago, and it did run for quite a long time, but it gradually had sort of fallen into disuse. So it's, yeah, sort of getting that started again has been the most exciting thing I've done, I think.
It sounds really exciting and super interesting. But yeah, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with me today about your fascinating research over the past month, over the past busy month that you've had. And please, if you enjoyed this, check out the other videos on the Faculty of Arts channel.